the streets up. Yeah, yeah. Okay, wake the streets up. Okay, come on. Okay, wake the streets up. Yeah, yeah. Come on, wake the streets up. Yeah, yeah. Okay.
So good morning and happy Thursday, everyone. It's time to wake up and tune into our daily Boss FM morning show with your girl, Lydia. So today, first off, we have some serious news. Emmett Till's former home has been approved for preliminary landmark status. The approval was announced on the 65th anniversary of Emmett Till's funeral service, which, if you all did not know, was memorable because of his mother's decision to allow an open casket funeral. So images of Till's body shocked the civil rights movement and enhanced the fight for justice for African Americans. The commissioner and executive director of the Chicago Metropolitan Housing Development stated, designating Emmett Till's former home as a landmark is the least we can do in order to make sure we will always remember the suffering of the Till family. Let this small recognition remind us that no human being deserves what Emmett Till endured. Not then, not now, and not ever. So the building still needs approval from the Plan Commission, Zoning Committee, and the City Council vote. Entertainment news, the Oscars. As we all know, the Oscars has come under fire the last couple of years for lacking diversity, but the Academy is set to change that. The Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences made the announcement that movies will now have to meet a new representation and inclusion standard to be considered for the Best Picture category. The new standard will start with the 94th Oscars in 2022, and films will have to submit a confidential Academy Inclusion Standard form to be eligible for Best Picture, but they won't have to meet the new standards until 2024. Once 2024 hits, movies will have to meet 2 out of the 4 standards to even be considered for Best Picture. The first standard is on-screen representation, then they have creative leadership and project team, industry access and opportunity, and then audience development. So pretty much in all aspects of the movie being created, they have to include someone who is a minority. So a woman, someone of the LGBT plus community, someone with disabilities, and something of that nature. On Tuesday, the pharmaceutical company AstraZeneca stopped phase 3 trials of possible coronavirus vaccine testing after a participant suffered from adverse reactions. The pharmaceutical giant halted all trials in the UK, the US, Brazil, and South Africa to give scientists time to analyze data and to see if the candidates' reactions were caused by trial vaccine. Unfortunately, there were no details on the symptoms that the participant experienced or when the trial will resume. Apparently, this is the second time that the trials have been paused because of adverse effects. So I think this is going to happen a lot because they're trying to rush and create some vaccine that normally vaccines take years to create, and now they're trying to do it in a couple months. So I think there's going to be a lot of pausing and a lot of adverse reaction from different participants in different parts of the world because they're trying to do this so quickly. Okay, everyone, it's time for our Throwback Thursdays. So our Throwback Thursday segment today is going to be on Miss Ruby Bridges. Ruby Bridges is a civil rights staple. She is the first African-American child to desegregate an all-white elementary school in New Orleans, Louisiana in the 1960s. She had to be escorted into school by federal marshals because there was an angry mob waiting on her. After Ruby graduated from a desegregated high school, she became a travel agent and married and had 4 sons. So can you guys even imagine being 6 years old and there's a mob of adults telling you that you shouldn't be there or you don't belong there and you're just 6 years old? Like, I think that's insane. Okay, everyone. Well, that's it for your Thursday morning news. Make sure to tune in tomorrow morning at 10:30 a.m. And don't forget to tune in later today at 8:30 p.m. for some more entertainment news with Boss FM. If you'd like to rewatch any of our shows, as always, they will be available for replay on our Boss FM app and on all of our social media platforms. Thank you again for tuning in, y'all.
Yeah.